So we're already pretty far along in this campaign. There's been one religion that's been founded, as well as a few pantheons. Let's check on those beliefs. So let's go ahead and check on the pantheons first. We have the Venetian Empire picking up God of the Sea. That's a God of the Sea. That is a really, really good pantheon to pick up because the extra production from fishing boats are probably going to be all over this map. So the only thing is Venice is only going to be able to accumulate more cities by using kind of a domination strategy. So if they don't pick up a lot of cities, then this is not going to be the best pantheon, but at least it's something. It's a start. Japan really could have benefited from this because of their unique ability, but I don't know what's going on with their situation. They're probably not accumulating that much faith. We have Denmark here with God of War, gang faith. If you win a battle within 4 tiles of your city, that might be an interesting one because a lot of nations are going to have these cities all over the map. They're not going to be it's not going to be a traditional game where you have one empire in one region of the map. You're going to have cities all over the place because they're just trying to find the AI is just trying to find an open island to settle. So that might be really useful for Denmark. We have India picking up God King, good all around. Ethiopia picking up the Goddess of Protection. It seems like a pretty common thing for the Ethiopian AI to pick up this pantheon, just because they're a defensive civ as it is. Goddess of Protection is a very good belief to pick up. 30% increase in city range combat strength. Again, Ethiopia already has defensive bonuses, and this is only going to help them quite a bit. We're going to skip over Protestantism for now, and we'll go back to it. Indonesia grabbing oral tradition plus culture from plantations, and then Persia picking up the 2 faith from quarries. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the Netherlands are the first civ to receive a religion, Protestantism, and the holy city is Amsterdam. So their founder belief, their belief that only they are going to benefit from, plus gold when each city first converts to this religion. That's good, but at the same time, remember, we talk about this a lot, is the AI doesn't really use gold that well. So, they're going to make a lot of money from that because more than likely they're going to be converting a lot of nations over since they naturally have the first religion. Depending on when the second religion and third religions pop up, or where, I should say, then they'll probably make a lot of money here, but I don't know how much they're going to really use to their benefit. Their follower belief is this religious building giving them +2 faith, culture, and happiness. We can't see that other stat, but it's there. I'm pretty sure off the top of my head it gives happiness. And then their pantheon was plus faith from natural wonders. So why did they pick that? Do they have natural wonders nearby, or is that? I don't think they. I didn't think they do. I don't even know where they're at. This is going to be interesting trying to find all these. Oh, they do. Okay, I was going to say what they had to have only picked that for a reason, and yes, they picked that for the right reason. They do have a natural wonder nearby. So that is probably what's giving them a lot of extra faith over everybody else. They probably already have a shrine up and stuff like that, and then the actually, oh, I'm sorry. This is I totally forgot to actually look at the yields that the natural wonder was providing them. That's 10. That's 10 yields so far. And I believe that is with the +4 added on top of that. Yes, it is. So they're going to have a really dominant religion. I'm surprised it took them this long to get up a religion. I mean, I guess this is still pretty early, but they were accumulating a lot of faith really fast. So that's pretty crazy. Oh, another pantheon, Songhai, picking up, what is this? Worshipping desert folklore. Oh, okay. Normally, in a regular map, that's a pretty awesome pantheon to get, but not so much for this one. I mean, they obviously have access to some sort of desert tiles. They wouldn't have picked that up if they didn't. Here they are. So they do, but not a lot. It's not like super major. And there are a lot of nations now. I mean, the settlers are already all over the map. It's pretty entertaining watching this stuff. There's settlers everywhere. People trying to grab their second city. I guess I should just call it the second city, right? Why am I referring to it as the second city? I don't know. Some empires going for their third city, not a whole bunch. I did see the Ottomans picked up here this small island, which is a smart choice. This is going to be an interesting island to see exactly what AI decides to colonize this region, just because there's so many mountains here. It's not going to be super valuable. I guess the northern part of the island with the desert and the river. I don't know why I was going to say and the folklore. Austria might be trying to go for that, maybe. But there's so much more here. They're going to run out soon. Ooh, Osaka picking up a Krakatoa. That natural wonder going to provide them extra 5 science yields, and then we have the Mongolians. We have New York being founded. I don't think we checked on that. That's cool, because this is nice and open. There's certainly going to be more AIs that come in and try to get in on kind of the extra land here, especially since New York was settled like kind of on the edge. I don't know why they didn't. I would have just slapped it right down the middle. You know what I mean? Try to slap it right down the middle so no one else is able to get access, but the AI doesn't tend to do that. I mean, they could have gone like here or here, making it a very well-defended city, at least from a naval attack. Only having one tile to melee attack is really good. See, that's something to keep in mind. Some of these nations only have one tile to melee attack, like Washington, D.C., or I guess just Washington. There's only one tile to place in, you know, whatever it might be, a privateer or a destroyer or whatever it is. So these civs do have a little bit more of an advantage, a little bit more of an advantage, at least in the beginning part of the game. At the end, not so much, because there's going to be so many range boats just running throughout the oceans. It's not going to mean that much, but we'll see. Again, as I said in the first video, I'm expecting our first kind of wars to be popping up around maybe turn 90, maybe turn... It depends on the amount. See, this is, again, this is so different because... And second religion has been founded by who? Denmark. Catholicism. Okay. This is going to be so different because the AI naturally is we've seen the AI, and they're usually building up a pretty sizable force of land units by around that time like turn 90 to turn 100. That's why the wars break out at that time, because there's a big enough force for the AI to feel like, yeah, I could probably take over a city. I'm not sure exactly how the production is for them to... I don't know how like their tendencies are to build a huge fleet. On a map like this, we've never seen the AI like this. That's why it's going to be so interesting, because we don't know how much they're going to build in terms of ships. Carthage is off to a fast start, and Carthage might be feeling a little bit confident soon. We'll see. We'll see in the next about 20 turns, exactly. I did see Samoa has been smacked down right in the middle of the Assyrian and Byzantium capitals. Not sure how they're going to feel about that. Boom, France picking up the Terracotta Army. Now, that's only going to double their land units. Not going to do too much for their navies. But, again, land units are still important. If the AI decides to make the right naval invasion, they can still utilize those land units pretty well, actually. So, I mean, they could have some advantages here and there, a little bit. I am shocked to see Carthage having so many ships. Again, this is with all 42 civs, so every single pantheon and religion that's going to be founded is going to be a big deal, because the religions don't scale with like going over. You know, this is like a modded. The only way we're able to get up this many civs is because it's like a modded sort of thing. It's not naturally in the game, so. I'm pretty sure if you were to have like the most in a regular vanilla Civ 5 game, I think 22 is the most civs you can have in one game. It's still 7 religions. So because we have 42, we have almost double that number. It stays to a maximum of 7 religions, right? Yeah, not even. Why is there only 5? 5? That doesn't make any sense. Catholicism, Protestantism, and then it says religions that can still be founded. 3. Well, nonetheless, that makes it even more crucial. So you have to be considering that these nations that are picking up these religions are going to have some very, very big bonuses. And India, with Mumbai, is going to get a natural wonder under their belts, 2 food, 4 faith, and 2 happiness once that gets inside of their borders, which I'm thinking that will be pretty soon. Again, these natural wonders should have an interesting sort of effect on these AIs. We haven't seen this many natural wonders in a map like this before, so that's kind of cool. Anything else? There we go. Yep. So we're going to see some conflicts between Japan and Mongolia, and this is going to be really beneficial for someone like Mongolia, who doesn't technically have, you know, naval units that are going to be that strong, but they tend to have a lot of land units. They have their Kashyyyks, they have their Great Khans. They might be able to utilize this territory here. It's all rough terrain, though, in between these 2 cities. But still, you're talking about range attacks. They could always build themselves an infrastructure, 1 tile of road. If they wanted to, a little bit of help might, you know, it might make a difference. I don't know. You never know. Japan also getting themselves a warrior. Seems like there might be a Cold War for the island already. It looks like that. Genghis Khan, that was a messed up move. Boom. Byzantium still looking for their first Or yeah, still looking for their settlements, their second settlement, because I believe they're still stuck up on the north. Yes, they are. Bam, they're right here. And they're also going to have, they might also have some interesting battles here because this is one of the biggest islands in the map, and it's shared by 4 different civs. Korea, Brazil, Byzantium, and Polynesia are all, and I think that obviously Byzantium has the advantage here since this is where their capital started. So yeah, they should have a pretty big advantage, but we'll see if they utilize that. Byzantium's having a tough time finding any more space. They were in an unfortunate spot. Okay, so now we have England with 3 cities. So far, I believe I've only counted 3 cities from England and Russia. But I think that might be wrong. Oh, I think I see another three-city empire. And it's a little bit more spread out. Yes. Oh, no. These colors are similar, but they're not. It's not. So Songhai finding their second city. The Celts. Shoshone very slow at their movement, and they're going to pick up a lot of extra tiles, blocking any sort of movement from AI naval units. So if it might be a really good idea to get up open borders with the Shoshone. That might be a smart idea, especially because look at this. I mean, they're cutting off passageways. That's another thing, is especially before open borders and that technology becomes discovered. It's going to be fascinating to see exactly what civ's going to be locked off as these borders grow, and as they still have to use shallow water to move throughout these lands through the sea. It's going to be tough to find a path to some of these open islands, and that's going to benefit someone like the Inca, someone like Venice. Well, okay, sorry, not Venice. The Aztecs. These people that are right next to a pretty large chunk of land. Okay, so we have Ethiopia finding Eastern Orthodox. There we go. Again, we'll check on those beliefs a little bit more, and the Netherlands have already enhanced Protestantism. Dang. That is fast, man. That is very fast. There you go. Polynesia going for their 3rd city. Does Denmark have 3? No. That's definitely Denmark's 2nd city. I know that name pretty well by now. Germany, I don't think doing much. Again, though, it's going to be so hard for me to figure out exactly how many cities each empire has. I probably shouldn't even try to make any statements like that because I'm just going to have to check on the info addicts. That's seriously what we're going to have to do because we'll check on info addicts too. We'll probably do that in the start of the next video. Just kind of see overall what's going to go down. I'm thinking by the end of part 3 in the series, we should have a few wars beginning. There are certainly some nations with a large fleet already, China being one of them. The thing is, though, and it's going to be tough. I mean, Carthage, I for sure am expecting somebody to be attacked by Carthage at some point, since they have their unique boats up and stuff like that. It's hard to take over cities in the beginning with naval units. That should be interesting. I mean, they're going to need to really pump out the numbers. They need a large number advantage if they're going to be able to do this, because these little melee boats don't do that much damage. As well as there's no range boats currently right now. At least for the regular AIs to build. There might be some unique range boats that some people might still have up. But we'll see. Yeah, the Shoshone are doing pretty well. Ooh, Persia. Grabbing some land here. Indonesia's still not getting their 2nd city yet. So they're not getting their unique ability. They're not getting their unique luxury resources. There's actually a lot of land here. There's a lot of land here. Wow. I never thought about that. Why aren't people going here? Why didn't Polynesia just go right here? Like, there's so much stuff. There's so much open stuff. Byzantium is going to settle down south between the shared island of Japan and Mongolia. Still, Japan has not reached out for Krakatoa just yet. Byzantium supporting this Byzantine settler with a warrior unit. And anything else? Any sort of other settlers moving around here? I think we still have I'm guessing about 66% of the map has already been settled, and it's only turned 74. That's going to make things exciting. The Celts might be going. They're going to get their 3rd city, and they're going to be a nice focused empire. 3 cities all around. Although, actually, you know what? No. Can they settle here? They could, I think, right? It's not going to be very good, not going to be very efficient, because the Shoshone are going to have an excellent landing point. People with the pointiest sticks. Ooh, so we have China at number 1 with 401. Carthage at 378. And we've been actually taking note of that. We've been noticing China and Carthage with high naval units. The Iroquois, sorry, that's me. Isabella, Pocatello, Nebuchadnezzar, Bismarck, Solomon. But still, anyone over 300 are the big dogs, I guess you could say. So China, Carthage, and Spain are the big stuff, and the Shoshone are getting pretty close too. I mean, the Shoshone actually have a lot of units, but I'm thinking that a lot of those numbers are being contributed by their unique units. I believe that ranking does take into consideration. Boom, our first war. It's turned 75 too. And the Zulu and Denmark are teaming up against Polynesia. Let's go ahead and look in on this and see exactly. Oh, man, it's going to be fun to try to locate where these wars are going to be. I can't make any assumptions if the wars are going to be entertaining or not because I've got to really learn this map. I'm really going to have to learn this map front and back to see exactly if there's going to be some major conflicts. Boom, the Huns and Sweden might be going at it soon. All right, so what do we see? Yes, we've got Samoa just north of Copenhagen, but the thing is Denmark doesn't have anything. Denmark doesn't have really a military at the moment, or at least they're out and about. And the Zulu might have, oh, boom, Zulu going for Tonga. So, yeah, that's actually a pretty beneficial deal from both nations. All right, what's going on with the Zulu? The Zulu might be having some trouble here because they are not embarking. They also don't have another city up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, here's Denmark too. So they could benefit from taking over Tonga. The thing is, though, again, like I said, Denmark doesn't have any military units, and I don't think the Zulu are embarking. They have the technology. I know they for sure do. I wonder how I could. I don't know if I could fix that. I mean, I'll have to check in on if I can see any sort of Zulu. I mean, I might be just kind of looking into it a little bit deeper. But we'll see. We've seen this happen before, when AI has the ability to embark, but they just don't do it. And that looks like it's got to be it, because they've had that settler inside of the capital of the Zulu for a really long time. Morocco here too. Man, some of these islands that are being shared, that is going to be fun. That's going to be fun to watch. So I'm thinking that Polynesia just settled that city, and that really, obviously made Harold and Shaka pretty mad. So they're like, hey, let's team up. Let's work together, take these guys down. Yeah, no one's going to go after Samoa. But that would have been a lot easier, I think, for Denmark to kind of build up a pretty big military in Copenhagen and then attack Samoa there. To me, that seems like an easier choice, but I don't think anything's going to come from that. Those nations don't really have too big of a military either way. Greece just struggling their way to find some new land, trying to find anything. They're going to have a tough time, but they might be able to squeeze through here. They've got to get on these outer rims. The outer rim kind of still has, control of some stuff. Persia, I'm not sure if Persia sees. There's a big ol' island right here. They might be able to utilize that. So Netherlands also getting up their third city. They actually might. The Netherlands have like I said, the Netherlands have an opportunity of doing really, really well. Here is Byzantium, like we thought. All right, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there. We're going to check on the info X in the next video. We should see more wars pop up, so that should be pretty fun. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.